a second invite. Holy fish. Okay.
Booper duper, what's up, dude? Andrew, welcome to stream.
Out a cannon already? Alright.
Yes, send love to the fan.
Oh, fuck me trying to take off in this thing.
Winchester. Where are you guys taking off from?
I wrote.
You do should join up the chat, which you did, yeah.
Come on. I'm putting in a shit ton of left rudder there, plane.
I dogged her on subset test. I dogged her on subset test.
God, it takes a lot of airspeed for this rudder to come alive.
Well, you can have enough speed to get up. I've hit those trees a few times. Done.
Of course I did that with no trim either. Holy shit. That was dumb. A whole bunch of trim would have helped on that.
I'm heading your direction, but I'm hugging the deck, so.
You did well to get it up without any trim.
Run the starter. Copy.
In real life, this runway to road is just very abandoned.
How's it run?
Like an old airstrip.
Yeah, it was a real airstrip. It's just abandoned now.
I'm gonna have to land and go eat quick.
Dude, I do not like the way this airplane handles at all with this stick at high speed.
Really?
The Mozzie just acts fucking weird. Does dumb weird shit.
So does it act totally different from the other Warbirds?
Oh yeah. There's a certain speed where it starts pitching nose down. It never did that with it's the Moza software that's doing it.
Yeah, because I
Even
haven't
though I
tried
have
the
speed
Island start on
speeds,
subset hey.
like speed
Hey, welcome.
aircraft speed puts force on the stick turned off, and that helped it, but it's still very like it gets out of trim when when you're high speed. Blast through Spanish Steps. One of the best places I've ever scuba dived or snorkeled. I mean, in my life.
where you just flew by.
Yeah, I flew through. It's called Spanish Steps. You have to like rappel down a cliff to get to them.
Wow.
Audio.
Island Star on Tube said, what game or simulation?
I also have to be really careful pulling back on the stick, because it's super easy to rip the wings off, even with the force feedback stick.
Nice.
I believe it.
This is Digital Combat Simulator.
Island
It's
Star
it's
on Tube said,
uncomfortable when
thanks.
you get high speed and you look at the wooden wings flex. Like,
Yeah.
they flex a lot.
Test. Test.
I can
Yes.
hear you.
Okay, switch.
Yes, sir.
Not
This is
now, 'cause I'm
Digital
slow.
Combat Simulator, for those that were asking.
Are you streaming?
I am. I didn't realize.
Here,
it
let me
was-
let me
been
trim
chatting-
up and let's get a joint stream going on.
Yeah, I sent you an invite. I've been chatting away to myself, thinking you can hear me, but this is like a mute button on my headset.
I've done that where I was playing for, I think, a whole hour and a half before I realized nobody could hear me. That was embarrassing.
Nope. Don't dive. Fucking, I just trimmed you
No,
up.
don't do it. Don't dive.
God. This airplane will not stay trimmed. All the warbirds are better with the Moza, except this airplane.
Oh, you're right there. Are you taking off, Doc?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a loop then, because I was just about to land. I didn't see you there.
I should have called that out. Sorry.
No, they're fine.
God damn, dude. I cannot take my eyes off the screen for more than 5 seconds before this plane starts doing dumb shit. I'm going to try to accept your invitation and join stream.
Don't die.
Trim up. Alright, I'm in the joint stream if you wanna. Oh, I can do it. Shit. Oh! Fuck, I'm crashing. I wasn't out of the stream. I wasn't out of VR for more than fucking 10 seconds. This airplane does not trim up.
Have you tried to look up and see what other guys are doing?
Island Star on Tube said,
Not yet. I need to figure it out. Like in the Warbird, I can trim it up, and if I take my hands off, not hands off the stick, I'm out of the VR.
Yeah,
I can be out of VR for 30 seconds or more, and it might change pitch a little bit.
Yeah.
In here, it's like it does weird stuff where I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's very confusing and hard to describe. Let me make sure that my stick is actually set.
How did you crash?
Yeah, I couldn't pull out of the dive when I looked back in VR. I was out for 10 seconds, looked back in, and it was in a dive that I couldn't get out of. Let's check telemetry. The speed sensitivity of control forces is turned off. I might have to turn off AOA effects max first. But it shouldn't have been that. It's just something weird with the... I don't know. It's goofy.
Actually, get rough. Good.
I'll be right with that. I just got this again.
Alright, my son made some hot dish, so I'm gonna go eat quick and then I'll be back.
Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Come on. Put on my face in a comfortable position. We are. Alright.
Did we manage to join up? I should have again.
I think so. You want to throw a test message?
Crashing this thing.
A few people I had left because they were like, this guy is a jackass.
I get the. Yeah, it's like that. I think I had to click OK.
Yeah, I wouldn't let me do it. Oh, I already saved this loadout dark door special. Does it save refusing? It does.
Success in landing Mozzie. I feel like I can get it dirtied up and slow a lot easier. Much more stable. Probably need a bit more runway for it. The stick's not configured. Feel free to buy something else.
It's not that. There's something in particular with this software and the telemetry it feeds off the Mozzie. But it like you'll get it trimmed up, and as you accelerate, the nose should come up because it's trimmed for a slower speed. But there's a certain speed around the 270, 280 mile an hour mark where all of a sudden the nose just drops and the stick gets really hard to pull and heavy, and it should not be that way.
I'm annoyingly buzzing you.
Keep it up.
I picked up the new campaign for the Mozzie. I think it's something following. Got some nice little practice rocket bomb runs where you have unlimited. Actually quite helpful. Was it $12 with the sale?
If only they were multiplayer.
I know, right? Well, Jimmy can fix that.
Rolling.
Right hand side. Go back in here.
Safely up and away.
Thanks. I dropped my RPM to like 27.8, just off the RPM. Good, trying to strip this rate. Speed. I'll be up and go left.
No, I gotta follow you in.
Nope. I'm past you.
You can teach me your technique.
I'm just going to drop these large blocks to start with. I'll take the tail, nose and tail, just for redundancy. I don't know whether that's right or wrong.
Yep, that's right.
I have a bit of trouble spotting distance to the big boat. It's so bloody big. At like the release point, I keep getting it wrong.
What are you trying to hit?
A massive boat. That's,
No, I mean distance. What are you trying to hit for distance?
I just kind of eyeball it. So the bomb should release in the zone between the middle point on the reticle and the bottom of the circle. But that's kind of the red zone. It's similar to the rockets. The release zone is in there. But like for the, I like to do like a low approach. You're kind of below the, like you sort of sit in the trees and avoid the ground fire. Still with me?
I don't know where you are. I never had your visual.
Apologies, I overshot. But check the map. I'm up on the island, like the southernmost island.
Are you heading to the island?
I am.
I see somebody low heading to the island.
Yeah, I am west of the main islands and the north of the south range.
And you're heading to the range, low.
Correct.
Yeah, I was just testing the trim out. I'd get it trimmed up nice and good, and then it would nose over.
It's so weird.
Like I could let my hand out the stick, and about 5 seconds later, it noses over.
Let me get some altitude so you can find me.
I've got eyes on you.
So I'm going to sweep back on these boats. Let me go to see a notch. Let me know when you're up on me.
No airplane in my fucking career have I ever flown that noses down as it gets faster.
It's the vibe.
But it's something. It's something in the software because it didn't do it with my previous stick. So the fact that I'm running this software. What's your speed?
That's a good question. It is it's under 240, so 238 thereabouts.
You can push it up if you want. I've got some spash.
I'm going to chuck it a right-hand turn and come back on those boats in the South Island.
So you're just driving low and you're waiting until the boats are at the bottom of the circle?
Yeah, so you just like, you want to be like a second or two before you fly over the top of them. So, I'm going to align with the biggest boat down there. I don't know if you can see it yet. Yeah, there it is. Actually a pretty good trajectory. They're like, if I was doing like a land attack with trees, I'd like skim the trees the whole way in.
What speed do you drive in at?
I probably give throttle about 3/4, and then go full when I'm pulling out, so to speak.
But do you have a speed you aim for to make it consistent each time?
I should. I don't know. Look at
God,
the
dude, this
speed
plane is hard to fly right now. It will not trim up for me on pitch. My God, dude, it. You know when you get a flight control malfunction in the elevator, you have to like pull it a lot for it to move a little. That's what this feels like at high speed.
Should not.
No, something's totally fucked on it.
What part of the boat should I be aiming for?
I don't know. Center? God damn, dude, this is really hard to fly. I have no precise pitch control. It requires like a shit ton of stick movement.
Alright, so I don't really know the release point on this one, but I'm just going to kind of point it at its flank 1, 2, 3 bombs away. I reckon that's going to shoot. When I go full throttle, that looks so cool. That looked like a good hit. I'm well short.
Mine are short. Yeah, I've got to figure this out. There is something super
That was a
jacked.
good hit, Scott. Right on. Good hit.
I need to look at the elevator and see what it's doing.
Like square on the boat. I'm gonna go wing bombs now.
Dude, this is so jacked.
Despite that, you managed to get a good hit. Did it do any damage?
No, I did not. I don't think they were hits. I think they were close.
Maybe let's try the little one. Are you still up on me?
No, I lost you.
Well, I couldn't
But
slide
I'm
back out to where
I see you way out there. I'm gonna roll in on the little one short of you.
I think that Jimmy said that's the toughest boat in the game. It's very hard to kill.
Well, I mean, it didn't give me any. Oh,
Whoa.
God damn it! Nope, I lost pitch control. Like I pulled. Nose didn't come up.
That's shitty.
Fuck, I gotta figure this out, man. It is really like not right.
Well, I've seen you fly the Mozzie, so it's definitely not you. The issue. Bombs away. I feel like that was an okay hit. The timing felt better. Yep, perfect. Right in the guts. See that? 2% damage. Anyone's talking.
I can't see anything online right now about it. It would just be really nice to figure out what is causing my axis to act so stupid.
You'd imagine it's all over the forums. It's got to be the Mosey, yeah? Keep bumping the mute button. Apologies. It's got to be the Mosey causing that. Like, it never did that for you before.
No, it was not before.
I've been shopping the Moser. I'm like, oh, I don't know if the budget can justify it.
I'm gonna try it again because I really want to troubleshoot it.
We have some good rocket hits.
I don't think it's AOA effects, but I'll turn that off, even though there's no reason why the AOA... I'm not pulling high AOA. I'm like at no AOA.
That should be empty bombs.
It feels like as speed increases, the sensitivity of the elevator, like I have to pull the stick farther for the same travel, but it feels like that's also affecting trim. Like, so I'm trimmed, but all of a sudden as I accelerate, the trim is out of the trim envelope, which, again, it's probably something goofy that they have like set up in the software for this airplane that they didn't really like hash out.
Well, I got some smoke coming off that boat now.
The small one?
Yeah. The bombs did bugger all though. Rockets did the most damage.
Yeah, it's because I don't think we were hitting. I think we were close, but not impacts.
Couldn't do things.
Maybe these guys aren't running the starter until they're done loading. Can't start and load at the same time.
Try and land this thing. Do we know what direction the wind's coming?
No, I don't see one. Try it again. God damn, I'm not trying to move the gear handle. Stop. This fucking airplane.
I gotta say, it's part of what gives one a bit have some trepidation about getting the Moser. Just like, it's another level of shit to set up. Kind of like being at the point where everything's bound, I just sit down and play.
It's true.
But being able to actually feel what the plane's doing.
At least a butt kicker. That's the next thing you need.
Yeah. I haven't got, because I've got like an ergonomic office chair. I'm not sure how to go wrong.
It'll mount to it.
What?
It's got a huge clamp and it mounts to any kind of chair.
I'm a little dubious about the rattling noise that it might make with the Moser.
The Moser doesn't rattle as much as the seat shaker. The seat shaker rattles a shit ton.
Yeah, but it'll be mounted to my desk, which is flooding a older bedroom, so I'm a bit concerned about that, I think. Let's see. What's wrong? The flaps in this thing, 160?
Don't remember. God damn. Come up, Gear. Fucking. Stop fucking with me, Gear.
SE final. Probably go.
What the fuck is going on with my F2 view? Holy shit.
Definitely.
My F2 is moving on its own all over the place. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck is going on with my game? Try to F2 the airplane and it's like spinning. Even when I hold the mouse still.
Just landing like a bouncy castle.
Something is not connecting right. Something's jacked up. Yep. And the trim is still jacked up.
So weird. Like something's got to be messing with your binds. Is it possible you got something like double bound? Does DCS even let you do that?
Oh, why would it fly fine slow speed? Something right now is messing with my F2 view for sure. When I go to F2 view, it like spins around in a loop. Like it's disorienting. Like I add trim, and then all of a sudden the nose just like runs up, even though I haven't added much trim. Dude, this is so jacked up.
What throttle do you use?
Warthog.
Did you actually, I had an issue with my Warthog where I used the, the increase-decrease slider. It's on the right side of the throttle quadrant. The grey slider. I had that bound to my trim because it's nice and easy to move around. But the pot is completely shot. So it'd sit fine and then it would jump all over the place.
Mine's bound right now to my prop levers.
Your trim.
The slider is bound to my prop levers.
Oh, I see. Just check it's not jumping, because I found on my one, it just all over the shop.
Dude, I have like one click of trim is like aggressively nose up or aggressively nose down. And I have super, like, I have no fine control of pitch at speed.
Maybe you need to rebind your trim.
But it's fine when I'm slow. It's only at speed.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
Smash the towers. Good. Underway.
Well, I can't F2 and look and see if they hit because my F2 is fucked.
Just fast.
wanted to jump in here and do some F2 troubleshooting, but I can't. Oh, what the hell?
I've had screwy things with trim in the Mozzie as well. Where it just kind of jumps all over the place inexplicably.
Those are going to be long. Those are way long.
Request repair. Copy.
Weird thing for me is that the F2 view is spinning on its own.
Yeah. It's not something as simple as your
What? What just hit me? Did I frag myself out with rockets?
might have really low.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, let's jump in a different Nazi. And let's just see if I can get my F2 to not spin and swirl around.
do you use your controls at all? Your West 3 controls?
Nope.
Are they nearby?
Not even on.
They're not even on.
No. I have normal control of the elevator sitting right now, right here.
Request rearming. Copy.
And obviously, whatever I changed on the stick didn't fix it, so we're gonna go back and change that stuff back. And I'll double check all my bindings and make sure there's not something double bound, but it shouldn't be.
Unless you have a screwy pot. Your control binding.
The only thing that's new is the new stick, and it's not a pot. It's Hall's effective ice.
Rearming complete.
So
We need a.
now I could try not going integrated and just using telemetry, but I don't like that. But the Mozzie doesn't give me the feedback I want anyways. It would be nice if I could make these changes in the air. But I can't make these changes in the air because it's too unstable for me to make changes.
You need like a navigator and hand me the stick and then make change.
Request rearming.
Yeah, for real.
Copy.
I'm going to give this one more try. And then I'm going to jump in something else because I can't keep cold starting this to test sticks and stuff.
Unable to comply.
I was going to check for bindings real quick. Adjust controls. Axis.
Request rearming. Copy.
The bindings are.
Like the knife. Belly. Like,
There's no double bindings for trim. I don't think it's any of those things. I think it's software driven. I think in their effort to model something on this airplane. And I don't even think, because I'm not using like it's not even the software. The software is just pulling telemetry off DCS. And this same setting works on every other warbird. So I think that it's the Mozzie is feeding weird telemetry. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think when they developed the Mozzie, they didn't expect the telemetry to affect a force feedback stick a certain way. And it definitely does.
Model. Oh.
You wish they did? Why? Ah, dude. Pilots in DCS are the worst. Do you fly with a pilot body in other planes?
Yeah, I do. I tend to, like, once everything's set.
Oh, I can't do it. I cannot.
I kind of like
It breaks the immersion.
Really?
Yeah, it breaks the immersion for me to look down while I'm moving my hands and see hands not moving.
Yeah.
Like to me that makes my brain go, oh, that's not really my body. That's just a computer model.
Yeah, I kind of. Well, I must say, I do mix that.
Some people swear by it. Snowcat that we flew with a lot, he always flew with the pilot body. I just can't do it.
Run the starter. Copy.
You know, you can start them all at once.
Well, yes and no. I can't push 4 buttons at once.
If all of the 4 covers are open, it starts them both simultaneously.
Yeah, but I have to push the 2 buttons.
Yeah,
right?
it'll press all 4 then.
It keeps the starter pressed for me, but not the boost coil. So basically, I've told the stick now. It's gonna suck because it's. I don't know. We'll see. I told the stick that I want telemetry off the sim only, and not for it to do its own thing. And then I can also go in and tell the stick I want it to only do its own thing and not read off the sim at all. The sim is better because then I get engine vibrations and machine gun vibrations and all the other fun shit that this stick adds.
I think you've been sick for like 3 weeks.
What's that?
I feel like you've been sick for like 3 weeks.
A week.
Coughing and spluttering and...
I was already not sure if I was going to be able to make it in Sunday. But that was Delta calling me earlier, and they were saying, hey, how are you going to make it? And I was like, I was going to see if I feel better tomorrow. And she's like, that's fine. You have to tell us by 7 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, nope. Then I'm just going to tell you now I'm not going to make it.
It's all over the shop. A little bit of side wiggle and get me in the air, baby. You can do it.
I can feel the gear bouncing through the stick now that I don't have it on integrated. Wonder if this fixes it for me.
I hope it does. I would have thought the force feedback on the stick was like higher immersion, but you know, in terms of scale of immersion.
The problem right now is that the stick wants to fall back into my lap, and I have no stick force on it whatsoever. So I cannot trim it up and let it go at all.
But you have to hold it in the middle. It doesn't have any.
Yep. Yep. I've got the trim ran almost all the way nose down, and there's no centering. And it's still doing that same shit. All right, can I hold the stick in place and quickly go into my other screen? Direct input only. Quickly back to DCS. What if I turn all telemetry off? Because it's definitely coming from DCS.
I can try and follow you so I can give you a heads up when you.
Nah, I'm all right now. Okay, if I turn all telemetry off, which sucks because I really want telemetry on. So I get none of the extra feedback. The engine rumble and weapons release and machine guns. None of that. Now let's push the power up and see what it does. It's the same. Dude, it pitches down with... Does yours set your trim to like a normal trim? Like trim for a level flight? And then just let the plane go faster and faster and tell me what happens.
Yeah, it's stable. Once it's trimmed, it's trimmed.
Yeah, mine is just definitely not trimmed. And then when I'm fast, I feel like I have to move the stick a lot farther, and then all of a sudden I get a kick of elevator.
Yeah, that's something scary.
Not like a nice smooth elevator, but like a kick of elevator. Or maybe I just need to adjust the curve of the stick. That might work.
There's gotta be.
Let me see if I can do that without crashing.
There you go. There's gotta be buckets of information on Reddit about it, you'd imagine.
I haven't seen any that on a quick search. Come on, mouse. Oh, it's diving.
There is. Pull up, pull up, pull up.
I'm trying.
Pull up.
I can't, dude. I can't even be out of the sim for 2 seconds before this. That was trimmed up. And it just ran away. My God.
Exercise and frustration.
Well, I'm done messing with it now. I'm gonna do it when I don't have to hot start or cold start an airplane. It's far too much of a pain in the ass to keep doing this with cold starts. It takes me all this time. I need to be able to like air start an airplane.
Still practicing the Mozzie?
Well, I think Scott just gave up. He's been having dramas with the Moser.
Yeah,
Do you have the Mozzie?
I do. But I haven't
You should-
practiced anything in it yet.
You should try it and tell me if you're getting the same issues that I'm getting, because it is a fucking nightmare.
Okay.
You know when you have a flight control malfunction in a Warbird and you have to move the stick like a long way, and then all of a sudden there's like a kick of elevator?
Yes.
That's what it feels like anytime I speed up in the Mozzie. Anytime I'm going faster than slow, like I have no like fine motor control. I have to push, and all of a sudden the nose will drop.
That is
And I just
weird.
tried a bunch of things. I just tried trying a ton of different modes. It is jacked.
Is there a preset made for the Mosquito?
I think I just grabbed like the Spitfire preset and saved it as the Mozzie preset.
I can't remember. I set it up every time, but I don't remember seeing the Mosquito one. Yeah, I can do that tomorrow, because I'd have to do all the keybinds and all that stuff. I actually went into the first tutorial yesterday looking at it, so that'll give me motivation to get it done.
Dude, it's frustrating.
I believe it, especially if the stick is good for all the other Warbirds, and then you have the Mozzie and it's complete backwards. Because I love how the stick feels on, the jug and the spit and all of them. And you can definitely tell that you're flying different planes too, just by the way it reacts and handles.
Boy. Oh, good hit. 20%, 19%. Happy with that.
Alright, let's see.
Dog is in there now. Yeah, I can't wait to run like a full bombing mission where we have a bunch of Mozzies, some Warbird fighters, do like a full sortie.
Yeah. Well, you, Scud, Jimmy. I could learn it. That'd be 4 right there.
Fifi flies it.
Yeah, he's got
Okay,
skills
yeah,
as well. I
5.
think he knows what he's doing. That's 50.
Now I got to run the risk of taking off in this thing without warming it up first.
That's 50's dead.
I don't know.
When's your next podcast?
We recorded one, and I think we're going to re-record it. Beefy listened to it in editing, and he did not like it, so it's coming out Monday, but it may be a re-record.
Let us know particularly when you post on Reddit, because I'll give you guys some backup, like in terms of.
Yeah, I don't know when he posts on Reddit. You'll have to ask him, but
yeah, I did. So I said the
appreciate
same to him. 'Cause it's so toxic on there, and it's good to like if you go in there en masse in a supportive way, it tends to turn down fuckery. The people that just.
How did that go? I know. Okay.
Second bomb. A present for you, buddy. Like my little babies. Away. Oh, I think one's on the money. Oh, good hits. 23, 22.
Nice.
Hits. Get some rocket spring. I just get the big boat. I can't target it because I can't get his like dimensions right in my mind because he's so bloody big. After practicing on sort of moderately sized targets. Too long, it's just, will the boats eventually sink, or do they just...
Don't know. Don't know how he has them set up.
Oh, it has the option.
Fuck me, dude. Again? I cannot take off in the P-47 anymore. Like I used to be able to take off in it, I cannot.
Oh, in the jug?
Yeah, as soon as I get the nose up, I feel like the thing just reefs sideways on me, even with full rudder. It's getting kind of ridiculous. 100 miles an hour, drop the nose, and then all of a sudden the nose just goes like hard over, and I'm getting my ass kicked in these airplanes.
Gotta be a
I think I told you.
issue.
Yeah, last
No.
time there was something like
The rudder's working.
You have to turn off assists.
It's
Like
all
rudder
off
assist?
on all of them. Yep.
There was an update
Okay.
recently though. I wonder if it... That boat is smoking and going down.
Dude, I'm just getting frustrated.
We'll do something
Like-
else.
I'll tap just a tiny bit of rudder to straighten the nose out, and then all of a sudden, it's like I'm going down the runway sideways. It's just
Shouldn't
almost comical. Almost comical.
Those unhittable trucks in the water. I'm glad you worked out what was causing it. Like, am I missing? They're just... That looks great. They've done a good job with the smoke modelling and the flames and the explosions.
Okay, trim is set. And it's weird because it'll go for like hard left with only a little bit of rudder, and then I'll like if I have full right rudder, it won't come back, which it just doesn't make sense aerodynamically. Like,
Yeah.
let me check my axis, make sure there's not something weird bound. There might be something weird bound. Nope. Nope, nothing.
naval business.
The rudder's moving in correspondence with my feet too. It's not like there's anything like I need some massive curve, or it's not like I have a curve that's causing like.
Yeah, I'm looking at Moza right now in the presets, and I don't see one for the Mosquito.
No, I think I had, like I said, I saved the Spitfire one. There's not a preset for the Mozzie.
It wouldn't be like a trim. Is it like a trim reset button? When it starts going
Probably should
haywire
lock
if
my bell. The trim's not going haywire. The trim needle is moving in accordance with the trim I'm putting in. I'm telling you, it's a telemetry thing.
I killed it.
I kept it straight that time by not pushing almost any rudder at all. Boy,
Yep.
that is a heavy takeoff. Holy shit. And I got my gear up. Heavyweight. Maybe I'm just so used to some of these other airplanes where I have to jack on the rudder a lot. Maybe I'm just overusing the rudder, because the P-47, I like barely touched any rudder.
Yeah, but with the Mozzie, it shouldn't be so drastically different though with the stick. I know it's a double engine and it's bigger and everything, but the
No,
basic
it's
aerodynamics
a
should be there.
speed thing. Like I feel like as the plane accelerates, I start to lose a shit ton of fidelity and pitch.
Yeah.
That's because that's a characteristic of the Mozzie. I run into it all the time. Like, it wants to roll, and you lose a lot of pitch with it. And yet, I've been trimming to like nose down by like 2.5, almost 3 degrees.
Well, here's what's happening to me, Fifi.
Yeah.
It trims like normal when I'm slow. When I get fast, it still trims, but it will never trim out. And when have you ever had a flight control malfunction in the Warbirds where you move the stick forward, nothing, more forward, nothing, and then all of a sudden the elevator moves a ton?
No.
Like when you take damage, that's what's happening. Like I'll push the stick forward with like my fingertips. Nothing, and then I'll push more, and then all of a sudden the nose will drop like an inch or
Do
two.
you still have a dead zone and a curve?
No.
You took out the curve and everything?
No, this all happened with the new stick.
I know what I'm saying. Do you still have a dead zone and a curve built into DCS?
No dead zone, no curve with the new
Okay.
stick.
Because that's almost what it kind of sounds like, you know?
But it doesn't do it at slow speed. Just the faster I go, I start losing massive amounts of like pitch fidelity. And then when I watch it in F2, like I'll move the stick. It feels like I have to move the stick real far, and the elevator only moves a minute amount, but there's a huge like pitch change.
I don't think.
And I tried the stick with the software on the stick on, off, integrated, feeding off telemetry, and it did it in every single mode. So it's something inherent into the DCS Mozzie that maybe just
How fast were you going? Because I'm just trying to
not
think,
that
like,
fast. I'm talking like 280 miles an hour or more is when it starts to.
That's like
kick
it's like right at that sweet spot. Because I was trying to think of maybe like if they over modeled compressibility, like of like flight
but not at that speed.
control. No, not at that speed. Yeah, that's. I'm at a loss for that one.
Yeah, me
But
too.
it only happens in the Mozzie, doesn't happen to anything else.
Nope. Every other warbird, I'll hit compressibility, or I'll have to pull a lot harder back on the stick to get out of a dive, but I still have fine pitch control.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
But I'm really anxious for like Jimmy to come back and do some testing in the Mozzie with me to see if it's just me or if he has the same.
Right, because that's bizarre.
Yeah, I did a couple of flights with him in the Mozzie, and I don't recall him tweeting about it.
Now I know he's crashed a few times because when you get fast in the Mozzie in a dive, like it will not let you pull out. But that didn't happen with the other stick either. Like,
Be aware of our fancy new library.
No, I'm not a big fan of of doing too much in that sense sometimes, and it's it's kind of a principle thing for me about it.
So,
We've been Scud can understand where I'm coming from with this. We've been part of other servers where you start to kind of start slipping down the hill of just adding so
really?
much stuff. Yeah, and I'm just it's tough for me to get behind, even though I think it's cool. But there's guys who have like 200 gigs of freaking liveries in there.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, and stuff like
It's
that.
like, I just want my one,
Yeah, like I just feel like we're starting to kind of get a little bit of a feature creep going on, and I'm just very cautious about it because we've been a part of a couple of other servers and communities that have imploded because of feature creep kind of thing. So
I like my shinies. It's like, well, I mean, it's been novel for me to like see my,
right, and I'm
and it's kind of nice for because like, I mean, I can see the difficulty where people just talking about it earlier just have all these fictional tanks that shouldn't be on birds, but for you to be able to see my favorite Spitfire livery, that's
right, and I definitely celebrate everybody for like finding, because like I fly around with my MC-130J Hercules skin, like but I do it for me, kind of thing. So, it's just one of those things.
oh, direct hit. I only damaged it 3%.
yeah, it is tough. See the other ones like that stuff. I still didn't smoke it.
That's the first real good bomb hit I've had in the P-47. I do love the P-47. Fifi, you want to re-record?
I would feel better about it. Like I was listening to it. I was going back through, and we just got really into the weeds, and it went stale about halfway through there, and
Yeah.
it just didn't. I was just like, I just didn't have a good warm fuzzy about it.
That's fine. I mean, if it doesn't feel right, then we don't put the product out.
Right. And I want to try to get the time closer to 45 minutes with it.
Well, with the topic we're discussing, we need to have a pretty good roadmap then.
Yeah.
When do you want to do that?
Whenever anybody can. Um,
I'm available all weekend.
yeah, it just depends on when everybody wants to do that.
Oh, that'd be smart, Cage.
The tanker ship is sunk. Doc.
He must have taken a break. Was that the which one was that? The middle one?
The red oil tanker,
Yeah.
not the middle one.
Did it go all the way under?
It
Or is it
looks
just
like
like-
it sunk as far as it can in the shallow waters that it's in.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a direct hit on the Moskva's bridge, and it was like it shrugged it off like it was nothing. How do you want to tackle it, Fifi?
You talk about like I don't know. I'd have to sit there and look at it. I think definitely just trying to stick to only. I just think we got a little too detailed about it, and I feel like the problem is like some of that detail was very. I didn't deem it unnecessary, but it just got bloated.
I'd be happy to give it a critique if you.
It's still sitting in raw in the editing room floor, kind of thing. I don't even have it exported or built out yet.
So what if we just came up with like a couple of criteria, like ease of flight? You know, is it an energy
Yeah.
fighter or turn fighter? How easy is it to fly? How easy is it to manage the engine? And how fun we think it is? And then we just go through all the fighters like off
Like
of a preset. Like these are the things we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, well,
Then we don't have to dive in
Yeah.
and chat about them as much.
right. Because we got like into remember we started talking about engine specs and like certain things like that, and
Say that part again. I just
We
closed
did-
my canopy so I can hear you.
you did. So because we dove into like engine specs and like the size of the engine and and we just got a little verbose about it. But I like your idea there. I think we just need to come up with the criteria.
Refueling complete.
Like we're gonna rate all of the fighters, all the warbirds, off of like these 4 or 5 criteria.
I think that's the best way to do it.
A little bit of room there to expand, but not like dive in heavily.
I just don't so we left.
Nope, I'm here.
Nice.
I'm in the F-18. I'm practicing my bombing.
Oh, I should. If I try and target it.
Have you done just normal bomb dropping without the targeting pod? Just cold, like gravity bombs, where you just dive and drop the bomb?
I don't think I did those. I think the closest we did is just the MAV-Fs, where you just have the
I'm
screen.
talking
You
like
find it.
unguided weapons, pure like
Yeah,
dive on target.
not in the Hornet.
I'm on the runway if you're taking off in a Warbird. Hey, friend, but I'll move out of the way. Oh, nobody's on. You said, let's roll, baby, so I thought you were, like, taking off.
Which
Well, I'm off the runway. I'm going to watch you.
I would spin to the
Is it like a? See if I can.
If you've left and come back since I've been flying, you probably have it. It should be a silver skin, but kind of dirty blue dots. AAF.
Your tail wheel is not straight, by the way. So don't take off until it is. That's the number one thing to getting the Mozzie takeoff to go okay.
Yeah, I'll keep it straight. I find that after I've landed and retrimming, it just, I don't know what goes on with it, but it never looks
Your tail wheel is...
straight.
There you go, it's straight. Oh, it was. Tell you the moment you hit the brakes, and then it wasn't. You're good. Don't run into Scud.
Back in front of me. I feel a little bit of side shift in it. Means I've got positive rate. Jeez, I couldn't skim those trees.
Do you ever push the nose down?
I do, yeah. In the Mozzie.
It didn't seem like you got the tail off the ground on that one.
I didn't.
Yeah, so pushing the nose down and getting the tail up is going to get you more speed faster once you're fast enough to control.
Yeah, I
It
think
lowers both parasite and induced drag, and you're going to gain your speed quicker.
it's good to know. I mean, I've experienced that, but I've also experienced it getting crazy instability.
You have to be able to control it,
Yeah.
but it will give you more speed faster.
I do love that. Have you guys actually been in the Mozzie in real life?
No.
The only aircraft I've sighted in real life is a Spitfire and a Mustang for the warbirds that we fly in here. I've been inside the B-17 B-25, and the aircraft that was named after the B-29. And that's my 10% truth version of my naming. So
That's what you get.
I think it'd be cool if they have the Mozzie in here if they had a P-38 as well.
Dude,
That'd be nice. I watched a lot of YouTube, like World War II vids on that, and I don't know, it just seemed to kick ass.
rotating props. Absolutely.
Yeah, something with the wing in the back, single wing.
I hope it would be something like an L model or something like that, because it got so fast that you wouldn't be able to control the aircraft, because the air moving over the control surfaces would compress them basically and keep you from moving your controls. And that's a lot of P-38 pilots died, and because they couldn't pull out of dives like that. So the L models came up with like these little air brakes that would pop up out of the wings, basically behind the engine nacelles, and it would dirty up the air and slow the aircraft down. It's like early air brakes, just enough to let the aircraft actually control the aircraft. So,
Right.
But a P-38, 100%. That's one of my absolute favorite aircraft.
I think doesn't the 109 or the 190 have something similar to that?
No,
Where
it's
they have those
the one on
front-
front edge slats. Yeah,
slats.
P-47 has compressibility slats, or actual like compressibility speed brakes.
Does it? Does it have those
Yes.
as well? Okay.
Yeah, that's that button on the upper left there, right, of the dash. You got to turn those on. Yep.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. There's another cool aircraft that you basically drop the landing gear to keep yourself from overspeeding, to drag it up. It's I think it's called the C-130.
The SR-71.
Yeah, right.
They have to like put the landing gear down when they're up at 70,000 feet.
That's the U-2. That's the U-2 that does that.
Oh, the U-2. That's right. That's right. Because it just does not want to come down.
Yeah, you must have watched that Sam Malcolm thing where he went up in the U-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, his channel
that
is
was-
awesome.
I mean, that's pretty crazy. You got to be pretty popular to get permission to do that.
Well, he was an Air Force PR guy.
Oh, I thought he was just like a random, like
No,
popular YouTuber.
No, he's an air. He wasn't. I don't know if he's still active or if he's like Guard or Reserve. But he's an Air Force PR guy, so it was his whole job to go around and do stuff like that. And I think what happened is his channel got so incredibly popular that I think because he was an Academy guy, so I thought he had a contract that he had to stay in for like 10 years or something like that.
Wow.
But yeah, so he gets to go around and do that kind of stuff, and he's got some good connections. Like the episode where the video where he went and flew on the 130. It was literally with like his roommate from the Air Force Academy.
Oh, I did sink that boat. They do sink.
But yeah, his channel is awesome. He does a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, that was the first and only time I've seen him so far.
Yeah, you need to go through his channel. He does some. He's one he flies with the Blue Angels, and they get him to black out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he passes out.
What's up, Chuck?
Oh shit.
Well,
Where are we at tonight?
if you say the Mustang doesn't give you any power if you don't warm it up.
Are you guys on Warbirds?
I think
Some
they-
are.
Yeah, a couple of us are just messing around in the training server.
I'm in my algebra class. I hate math.
Don't get the reference to that, but okay.
Who just popped in? I can't see.
Arctic.
Hello, Arctic.
Hello, hello. Hello. Is anybody else on the campaign?
Not at the
Not
moment.
that I know of.
Okay.
I was
I'll
earlier,
do
but
some,
got my butt kicked.
I'll do some CTLD runs then until you guys want to join.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you can join and do some CTLD runs as well.
Cool. Yeah.
Load up the favorite bird.
Nice. I'm actually really enjoying flying the Herc. I didn't
You
think
should.
I would, but
It is fun.
It's the best aircraft
That's
in the industry.
Meditate.
it's faster. It's faster than the A10. Not by much, but it is.
It's faster, but it doesn't feel faster, so it's okay.
You get a nice little kind of a what's it called? Those tour bus kind of a feel to them.
Yep.
Like you're enjoying the flight. Oh no, slower than that. Like just like a
London bus.
like a tour bus. Like hey, off the left side you'll see a whatever.
That's why I like flying the. Yeah, I like flying the DC-3 and Microsoft Flight Sim.
Same.
Yeah.
Love to do
It's just
something.
Oh no, we got a huge sand. We got a SA-10 right in the middle, smack dab in the middle of everything. How am I gonna do that?
Where are you looking at? Because I know there was one up there that was killing us.
Yeah, it's Sam India, and it encompasses the entire map. Oh, you guys got the new both the air bases.
Yeah, we took one out and captured one last night. We tried going after the other one, but too much stuff. So we were going after. We got 14. Can't remember the name, and then we were going after 15.
So I think I'm going to run some. Oh no, they respawned their AWACS. Well, that can't stand.
Really did. We took that out.
I don't know what
Yeah. I might jump in a 16 and run some counter AWACS. And I might do some stuff at the SAM site if I don't get targeted by the SA-10. No, actually, I should stay focused. I'm gonna jump into Batumi.
Yeah, and we had a bunch of. It happened today too. A bunch of MiGs popped up too.
I'm
Like
looking.
6
I'm
of
not
them.
seeing anything flying in the air except for 229. Well, 3 29s. Looks like over the SAM India site.
Yeah.
But they like to spawn. So as soon as I spawn into an aircraft, they usually like to spawn at their airbase and just take off. And so I've got like 7 of them. I'm worried about in like say an
Yep.
A10 and F16 or whatever.
Yeah, I was
So it seems like
basically flying right towards them. Right where I was supposed to strike, they were flying right there. So I was like, okay, going to the tanker, give them some time. They didn't have any bags, so they ran out of gas, turned around, went home.
Yeah, and actually, I'm really super glad that we were able to split this map in half, even though Jimmy probably doesn't approve of it. just so the fact that we get that foothold, because if we didn't take Mineralnier or Mozdok, like we would be getting sprinkled with MiGs
The
right
reason
now.
he doesn't like it is because that's what unlocks enemy bases to spawn cap and fighters from more places. So that's why maybe there's not now, but like when we joined yesterday, there were like 6 to 8 MiG-29s flying around the map.
And that's fine. That's fine. I'd rather like know that like if I need to run cap, I'm not really good at it, but I'll run cap if I need to.
Which is fine if we have enough players to run cap. But if you're on there as a onesie twosie,
yeah, it's
like
tough to
me,
do.
I had like no chance.
Just cap is not going to take out 8 MiG-29s.
No, but at least in the A10 and all the slow-moving fixed wings, you can spawn F-18 escorts that will run cap for you.
Yes, I understand, and I'm not trying to be rude. I understand that you can manage it, but there are a lot of other people in the server getting just schwacked.
Yeah, and I think that the difficulty for like the curve on this one was set just a touch too high for those people that are starting out. Like, yeah, this is great for us that have been doing this for a while, but I was gonna say a brand new person would get really super frustrated with this, and that's also kind of the reason why I'm not not really super like gung ho about following the rules and stuff like that.
Yeah, when we did that first mission test, when it was snowing, and I couldn't see anything, and I had no idea what
that was
we
so
were
horrible.
doing.
Yeah,
I was like so lost. I'm like, there's no way I'm ever getting on that server.
Yeah,
It's like I had no idea what to do.
I do it like plague, truth be known, particularly in the like. It's fine for CTLD when it works.
I'm jumping in a Herc.
Okay, how close do I have to get to this tanker here? What's that?
Oh, you.
Yeah, but it seems like I feel like I'm definitely close enough for him to clear contact.
10-point airspeed center line. That's good.
AFP?
Oh, aim-point airspeed center line. Those two bombs were both just. Now, why did it drop both? I'm getting annoyed with this dropping both when I don't arm both bombs.
From the Mozzie?
Nice.
No, in the Mustang.
The Mustang. Oh. I'd have to look at it again because I think
I set it to. Oh, I set it to both. I didn't set it to train. My bad. That was a switchology issue.
Was someone asking me a question?
Yeah, I was. I forgot what it was though.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't important. Oh, yeah, I do remember now. On the Herc, on the what's it called, the MFCDs in the front of you.
Mm-hmm.
For the map, the digital map on it. If you select the map, for me, it's not moving or anything like that. Is that still in development?
Yeah, it doesn't move because this is not the C-130 that we're gonna get. And like this is the one that's made by Anubis, and the one that we're getting as a module is made by a completely different company that kind of took over this one, but it's not
Okay.
really the same.
Yeah, I figured. So if I was gonna say it, I didn't know if there was an actual map that you could download or anything like that that you could put on there, but
no,
that's fine.
What I suggest you put up there is the nav overlay with the RWR on it.
Yep, that's what I got as default. And then I found out that you're not supposed to full throttle it the entire way there because it says your MGT, your temperature above 833 Celsius, maintained for prolonged periods, results in abnormally fast engine deterioration.
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Yeah, because the C-130, those Rolls, I think they're Rolls-Royce motors on it.
Okay.
They are, the MGT is, was it the magnetic? It's like a
NGT is torque.
Yeah, but no, but
Mike Golf Tango.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
because it's a temperature generated by like the magnetic generator or something. Because that's what actually the turbine spins like
Like a dynamo, then, right?
Yeah, that the turbine spins a generator that spins the prop or something like that. It's like
All
not
right.
quite. But
3 out of 3 for fueling again.
yeah. Hopefully this. You know, you gotta remember this this flight model or this mod was started to be created and then they like gave up on it like 4.5 years ago.
Okay, so it's been sitting for it's kind of everything.
Dog, you want to drop some bombs in the Hornet?
I like the speeds of it.
Moonbeam Swine, I feel like that's a new library.
Moonbeam Shrine's
I wasn't.
that's a factory. Yeah.
TLD load crates.
Gotta be down. Where should I load in?
Load crates.
I'm going to load it on the carrier.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. Sweet. Can I load in more than one ammo truck crate?
You can load up to 8 CTLD crates into the Hercules.
Oh, yes. I'm doing more ammo. What is it? CTLD, manage crates, get crates, other ammo truck. Nice. Load crates. Load all. Nice. All right, so I have eight credits.
Mhm.
All right. So I'm fully kitted out and loaded. A nice looking aircraft for 4 years languishing.
Copy.
Yeah, like what's funny is like Scott and I used to fly with one of the guys who was one of the developers. I don't know if you ever, Scott. I don't know if you ever met him. You did.
Who is it?
What was his name? He was the angry old British guy that lived in Miami. He was a pilot as well.
Oh, no, never flew with that guy.
He always showed up in Snowcat server because him, Snowcat, and I were friends from like the original server that Snowcat and I were on.
Request rearming.
And
Copy.
yeah, he did some work on it. So he was like, there was like a more advanced model than this that was out. He showed it to us, but he wouldn't give it to us because we were trying to get him to give it to us.
Oh, yeah.
All right, dog. Let me know when you're ready for loadout.
Sorry,
Rearming complete.
testing it.
Are you streaming?
Damn. I can put it up
Well, I mean-
on the...
No, I'll put it up on Twitch. I don't need you to destroy your computer trying to do both.
V1 is 115.
This is like a Bogan library. I'm having this. Like hardcore Bogan.
Rotate is 123.
They're just an empty jet scope.
I'm loading up now.
What the hell livery is that?
Request rearming.
Oh, it's got V1 and V2 marked on the... Oh, that's so nice. V1.
You know what they would be really badass if they added it in here?
What?
Is a send loadout. Like you can be in the loadout and you can send loadout and it lists the players in the server and then they can accept loadout.
Yeah.
That would be great. Because it's the crew loading the loadout, not the pilot. Probably.
Rearming complete.
That is...
Let me know when you're ready and I'll tell you what I've got.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder.
Still have nightmares about having to sing that in the morning.
I know, right? Every single morning.
Every single morning.
autopilot works on this thing.
The loadout really doesn't matter right now.
Altitude and heading. Actually, let's do vertical
Request
thing, or
rearming.
I'm
vertical
ready. You tell
hold.
me what I need to.
Copy.
I've got AIM-9Xs on the wingtips.
Yeah, this is a good looking aircraft.
My favorite.
Beautiful.
Give me our next kick.
On the outer pylons, the next outer pylons, I've got rockets, and I've got a 2-rack of the 19 rockets.
Allow 6119X.
Rearming complete.
Yep.
There we go.
Oh, the 2-rack. That's the Blue 33.
There we go.
Confirm.
Such a great aircraft.
If
On the
Some
inner
panoramic.
pylons, I have the 83s, the 1,000 pounders.
Sorry, this is
It's the bombs. Under bombs, the 83s.
Mark, you,
Guys,
Arctic, you
Yep.
you have vertical speed hold up, right?
Yes, I do.
7, yeah.
So,
Yep.
just to the left over your mouse just now. You see the
Then I'm carrying one A120, one
I'll be able to
I can't hear you.
because I like the FLIR pod, and one tank.
M120.
Here, Doug, let's move to another channel. I'm going to drag us.
What were you saying, Fifi?
So go. So to the right of your
I've got the FLIR, a tank, and one A120.
That's the, sorry, the AM120B or so.
See if you have the choice. It's better.
Good. You have
Fuel
the-
tank.
oh, fuel tank. Let's save this.
Unguided bombing and rockets. I don't know, something like that.
Go dark. Okay.
Request rearming. Copy.
Maybe load again, the looks of it.
Rearming complete.
Cool.
Fire up.
Yeah.
Roll left, roll left. Flight controls. Flight controls.
What stab would you recommend? 16, 17?
17 is what I'm running with this weight.
Missed it. Level. Bend the slag.
Wonder why.
Doop-a-doop. Playing this in a little while, so I forget what the hell I'm doing. Off.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks. Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Surprises me how much juice you have to get it to lock into the launcher.
Say when ready.
Ready, we can't launch.
Nope. Give me 5 seconds. You'll know when I salute because my guys will kneel down and then you can salute. I'm going to do a standard case wind departure. We're going to go out to waypoint number 3. Split them up. Saluting now.
$500.
500 feet, 300 knots.
7 knots.
Yeah, but all you have to do is get visual and rejoin on me, since I'm leading this out. You're clear, rejoin. What was I? 330. It's 300 knots, 500 feet. All case ones, 300 knots, 500 feet.
You want it?
I'm on, pretty much, yeah. I'm on radar altitude hold and attitude hold. All right, climbing, starting a right-hand turn. Marshall 030 holding hands 069 departing. No, you're saddled behind me.
That's not where I should be.
Remember, no, you're behind me. You should be out of here where my missile's on underneath my cockpit. Okay, I have to turn all the way around to see you. That's not saddled.
Idiot.
You call saddled sitting way back
I'm
in a
nervous.
shitty position.
I've done this in a while.
All right, you're cleared cruise, which means you can move away a bit. But it doesn't mean move aft. Still keep that missile under my cockpit.
Settled. Actually settled.
That's settled. Yeah, cleared cruise.
Stay.
No problem. You can stay in there. But here in a minute, I'll have you move away and I can walk you through the weapon setup.
Yeah, whenever you like. Have to stay.
Okay, you can take a minute, get some practice.
Rainbow. Deathly items. So.
Oh, especially after finding warbirds.
And you have to open your window in that.
Yeah, don't open your window in this one.
I've managed to do a carrier back off with the canopy. It's not a good look.
All right, so we can use the pod to kind of look at the target island, but you do not want to designate any targets in the pod. You don't want to push the TDC button and designate. If you do, it will not let you drop the way we're going to drop these bombs. And we're going to drop them old-fashioned way, so you don't have to use the targeting pod. It makes it easier. I like using it, but it's very tricky. If you designate a target in the pod, it will not let you drop in CC IP, which is something like, I'm not going to get it exactly right, something like computer calculated impact point. Basically, where the bomb will hit on the ground. And that's what we're going to use to drop.
Like load up the ground and doors menu?
Not when you're close. If you're gonna do stuff in the cockpit, move away.
Oh, on your. Oh,
Oh, whenever you're ready, yeah, you can slide a little bit away. Again, doesn't mean behind, just means out to the side. All right, on your stores page. You're going to see 8-3 Bravo. That's your 2 bombs. Click that.
Yep.
Set mode to CCIP for impact point. And set your fuse to nose tail. Step to the next bomb. And do the same on the second bomb.
The nose CCP, and then where's the next part? Infuse. Fused.
Infused, mechanical fuse.
The nose.
We don't have electronic fuses. I put it to nose tail. Just as a redundancy.
Also, you did both.
Then go to your rockets. And they should already be set for CCIP. But go ahead and click SAL for salvo.
Sorry, I should be hitting the
And what that's going to
61S.
on the rockets, yeah. The rockets, the 61S. At the bottom, you want SAL salvo, and that's going to fire rockets from both sides of the airplane at the same time, instead of like left, right, left, right. Cool. Now go to your HSI page. On the top left of your HSI page, it says position INS, AINS. That's okay, but the GPS is more accurate. So press that button, and it's going to give you a list at the top, and select GPS. And that's going to make our bombing a little more accurate because the airplane knows where it's at a little bit better. And now we just have to drive 116 miles to the target area.
I think I lied.
Go to in-flight align, and we'll level off here at like 25,000 feet, and you can let it in-flight align while we while we drive.
Moving past and back from yeah.
Holy shit, dude! I'm doing like 300 knots.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I kind of lost sight of you, and then I'm like, oh, I better catch up.
You got a lobster eye me. Look inside, look outside. Look inside, look outside. Check to the right. Don't check left. Check right. Check right. Turn right. Dog, check right. 30 degrees. You descended and dove right in front of me.
Apologies.
Check right. Stay level. Don't climb. All right, roll out. Roll out. 10 o'clock high. Clear rejoin. Yeah, turn away from lead if you don't see him. He's behind you. Don't turn towards him. Scary. Don't scare your flight lead.
Way back. The CCIP's got a little X through it. I'm assuming that's the one.
On what?
The HMD. Low altitude.
Yeah, weird. Mine says auto, and it shouldn't. Oh, nope, mine says auto because I designated a target. Yeah, don't do that. Don't designate a target.
I haven't turned any systems on. I hit air to ground and
You can go air to ground, yeah. We haven't armed up yet. But you can go air to ground. I'm leveling off at 25,000. So when you go air to ground with CCIP in the bomb mode, you'll see in your HUD a line dropping down from your little airplane symbol. Correct?
well, I've got like below my airplane symbol there's like a there's like a
All we care about right now, there's lots of other symbols. All you care about is this. There's a vertical line dropping down, right?
yeah, what I would describe as a vertical line.
You don't have a vertical line dropping down off the airplane symbol. You should have the U, but you should have a vertical line, like straight out the bottom of the airplane.
I'm on the B1. Should I be on the 83B?
Yeah, on the bombs, not on the rockets. On the bombs.
Yep, straight line.
Okay, so as you dive in on the target, you're going to want to put your airplane flight path vector a little bit above the target. And at the bottom of that line, you're not going to see it now because it's way down where you can't see it. But at the bottom, oh my God.
Mission
Server just
restarting.
fucking restarted. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I am so...
You just can't get a break today.
I'm so about to quit flying these servers without the warnings. I've asked Jimmy like 3 or 4 times to put a 10-minute warning.
Oh, you can do that, can you?
Yeah, I've had like me and so many other people that are like, "Oh, I've just finally started the airplane, it took off, and then it reboots." Like the last fucking 20 minutes just went to shit. All right, tell you what, we're not going to fly in this server because I'm not going to drive 150 miles to a target. It's just dumb.
You shoot them.
I'm gonna.
The bottom. Where do you want to go?
Well, let me rejoin. I guess we could do Anderson. It's just, dude, give us a fucking warning, man. Like, because I've had people that are like about to land and get points.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, there go all my points because I didn't have a 10-minute warning.
Yeah, no.
Or, oh, I just spent an hour getting set up. And then, in a,
Anderson AFB or?
I'm going to dynamic spawn at Anderson. And I'm going to dynamic spawn a hot start at Anderson because fuck this noise. Fucking fix that shit. I mean, I love the servers. It's just, you got to give people a chance to catch points or not spend that much time setting up and flying halfway to a target that's 150 miles away for the server to decide, you know what, I think I'm done. That or I played on servers where it'll bounce, but it won't bounce if somebody's in. So it just sits and waits until the last person leaves and then it resets. So if you're in playing, it's not going to hose you over. I'm not even going to carry a pod. I'll just carry 2 missiles.
I just on what we made last time, so
that's fine. Just don't turn your pod on. You're good. But now I got to get everything else set up. F my life.
$83B and the code. See, is it right? Mfuse and L. Mfuse. And that'll carry across. You don't have to do it.
You have to step it across
So you do.
and do the other side. Make sure you turn your data link and all that other crap on. I hear you. I hear you.
You set stab. You only do that when you're carrying.
Yeah, don't do anything for runway. You just leave it at 12.
Ryan on Tube said sometimes when I'm bored, I visit my local hospital and put half-eaten sandwiches in coma patients' hands.
That's the best comment I've had on YouTube yet. Sir, I salute you. Gotta get that up and read it back to you, Scott. That was gold.
What was it?
I just gotta find the chat.
Ryan on Tube said to give their family hope.
Except sometimes when I'm bored, I visit my local hospital and put half-eaten sandwiches in coma patients' hands. Give their family hope.
That's fucked up.
Mm. We're rolling, yeah.
Any firm. Make sure you get your HSI to GPS mode. Position
Ryan on Tube said greetings from
AINS
USA.
to position GPS.
Right, so greetings from the USA. This time I'm actually going to set my... The line. Amazing. I panic when I'm on with this guy. It's like, oh, I gotta get in this thing, and
Nah, it's just a matter all about routine.
do the link. You don't seem like a happy camper.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm frustrated with the Mozzie, but everything else is fun. But it's terribly frustrating to put time into training like this and have the server just decide F all the work you've done. Which is, it's fine if we knew. Like if there was a warning or more importantly, if there was a script where like the server will bounce as soon as the last person leaves. So that you don't waste your time.
And the server's pretty stable, so you know, like you can. I mean, it makes sense to boot it every 8. Like,
yeah, but not at the risk of like
destroying people's farms.
hosing people over that are you know.
Yep, it's waypoint.
I'm not going to waypoint 3. It's still way the fuck out there.
I think it's 7.
Oh, I'll look it up. Yeah, I don't need a waypoint. It's like the same place we've been attacking. All right, so you're gonna dive on the target at like I don't know 30 degrees, 20 to 30 degrees. You're gonna put that line on the target, that vertical line, but you want the flight path vector, the little airplane symbol, above the target. Does that make sense? And you're just going to fly and keep the line on the target and this little airplane symbol above the target. And what's going to happen is as you get closer and closer to the ground, and I'm going to do this in idle because I don't want to be going a billion miles an hour. As you get closer and closer to the ground, you're going to see a little T symbol, a plus symbol, start to move up from the bottom of your HUD. And if you just hold the nose where it's at, don't try to fly the T. Just hold the nose above the target. I don't know, like what would equate to a couple centimeters on your HUD. As you continue to drive, that little T symbol is going to start driving up that line. And when it is over your target, press the pickle button. Does that make sense? So we'll drive out there. We'll dive in on, probably try to put bombs on the boats. Unless you want to try something smaller, like one of those trucks or tanks.
Well, I'm happy to start in the boats. Big targets. Probably good.
So yeah, basically put the flight path vector just beyond the boat. And then make sure the line is on the boat. And then just hold that pitch. And when the little plus symbol starts moving up and crosses the boat, press the button. I'm turning my formation lights off. It's too bright for them. All right, 5-second spacing into the sun. Let me make sure I have my HUD up on my HMD or my left MDA. All right, spool them. Yeah, I always during takeoff and landings have the HUD up there because as soon as I take off, I'm not going to be able to read it.
It's saved me in the carrier too many times. I'm ready. Cool.
All right, 5-second spacing. Cat and dog. Cat and dog.
Fine.
Dog. You might hit a little bit of weight turbulence for my airplane, but that shouldn't be anything you can't manage.
Are we going over this bit? What's the call out for that?
Afterburner. You just say you're airborne. All right, we can go ahead and fence in right now. I don't need the radar, the ground radar. So when I go air to ground mode on the right side, I like to bring up my EW page. Just since I don't need anything over there, it's nice to have a good, solid EW page.
What does fence in?
Fence in is an acronym to make sure your airplane is ready to fight. So
air to ground.
Fire control systems, like make sure your weapons are armed, whatever they are, in whatever airplane you're in. E is for your ECM or jammer. So I don't have mine on right now because I don't need it. N is for nav aids. So make sure you're going to the right point and you're in the right airspace that you're supposed to be in, or you're right at the right altitude. Make sure you're where you're supposed to be. C is for countermeasures, so make sure your dispenser's on or on bypass. And the last, excuse me, the last E is for, like, I use it for engines, and then I just check my airplane to make sure that everything's good to go. So it's just a reminder. Oh, another part of E is also, it's ECM, it's also MCON, so I turn my lights off so the MA can't see me. So I'm in air ground on the 83Bs.
83B ready. I got the line.
You see the plus symbol that's above the little U-shaped symbol? The horizontal line?
Ah, yes.
That's the plus symbol you're looking for, but when we dive in on the target, it's going to be a lot more, it's going to drop way below the nose. You're not going to be able to see it, and as you can hold your dive, eventually you'll see that plus symbol move up. And that's where the bomb's going to hit. So when that intersecting point is over your target, and don't fly the point. Like I said, just keep the bomb fall line. That vertical line is the bomb fall line. Keep that bomb fall line on your target. Keep the flight path vector in front of your target, out beyond him. And then when the bomb impact point marker moves up, pickle.
Wouldn't say speed.
Doing like 340-ish. You don't need to rejoin. We're not gonna have time. We're gonna be on target in a second.
You're up.
So if you just want to stay back behind and yeah, passing Angels 10. You have your data link system on? Both of them?
What do I do? Do now.
Nope, there you go. I've got eyes on 2 boats.
Good. I sunk
I'm gonna go after the middle boat, see if I can sink that one. Yeah, you sunk the oil tanker. Not armored.
the middle boat. I thought I got him to like 99.
To give me the better chance at hitting him, I'm going to try to go in bow to stern. But it shouldn't matter. Actually, I'll go bow to stern. As long as I can keep the bomb fall line on him, it'll be easier to hit him because that bomb impact point,
It's the full length of the boat.
that intersecting point,
Yeah.
well, that intersecting point will start moving up, and sometimes it moves up rather abruptly.
I was it right.
So if I'm a little late hitting the button, at least I'll hit somewhere on the ship. All right, Scud's diving in from the bow. I'm in idle because I'm going to get fast here. The bomb fall line is on the boat. If you need to dim down your HUD, it might help a lot seeing the target. My little plus symbol's starting to move up towards the boat. There's 2 away. 2 pickles. Boom! Shack that motherfucker.
You came in. You didn't release when you came in from the long. So I'm about where you started your run now. I'm going to turn in. But you didn't release on this trajectory, did you? The way in was it?
No, I don't know where the hell you are. Just as long as the bomb fall line is on the ship. I just wanted to go down the length of the ship so I could drop 2 bombs.
So,
If I came in from the side, I'd probably only have time to drop 1. I don't know.
and I don't have to get close to him. Yeah, I just need to intersect him.
You just put your flight path vector about a centimeter above the boat and make sure that you move left and right so the line is on the boat.
Oh, it's
The line has to be on your target.
Altitude.
I'm miles away. It's changed.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, the flight path vector from the top of the tail to the bottom of the airplane, that's about how high above the target I was. Like 1 plane thickness above the target, maybe 2. You almost want to be pointing at the target, but the problem is if you point at the target, the bomb fall line, the bomb cursor will never move up.
Yeah.
So you want to point just a little bit above the target, so that as you drive closer, the little bomb fall indicator moves up.
I don't think it released.
You'll have to look at your external view. Nope, you have one bomb released. You drop one. So get a nice stable dive on the target. Put your flight path vector above the target, just barely, and make sure that you move left and right to keep the bomb line on the boat. Whenever that plus crosses the boat as it climbs the line.
Altitude. Altitude.
Put it on the bottom of it. When the big X comes up, is that the letter rip?
Yep, but that was a little off to the left side of the boat.
Is that?
And you were not stable. Like, right before you dropped, I watched your nose go up and down a bunch.
I did do like a
But that,
kind of sharp turn in. I should have taken a longer run at it, presumably.
that bomb will fall down the line. So what happened when you released the line must have been just left of the boat. It's all about controlling the line. Well, those are our two bombs. They're gone. So now let's bring up the 61S rockets. You will see a dot with lines radiating out from it. That's where your rockets will hit, somewhere inside that circle. When you are close enough to hit,
Altitude.
it will say in range on the HUD, on that circle. So you can just roll in. As soon as you put that rocket indicator on a target, it'll tell you in range.
I feel like there's a tank at the bottom of this. In range, got it.
I have 2 rockets left in each side, and I just sunk that boat.
Managed to take a think attack. That looks cool.
So we might have to reload and try those bombs one more time just to give you a better practice at it.
Yeah. I've got 9Xs still. I still have 38, so it's just showing them there.
Yeah, it's just showing them there. They're gone. I'm in for the last 4 rockets on the boat. Rockets are easy in the Hornet.
We go air to air at this point. Ready?
No, you need to be in air to ground. The AIM-9Xs are only air-to-air missiles. The only air-to-ground ordnance we have are the 61 rockets and the bombs.
How do I skip
But
to
you should
the-
have a
the
shitload of
9Xs?
bombs. Or rockets, I mean. They're not. If you're in air-to-ground mode, you can't fire the 9Xs. They're just showing there. They're not. They're
Oh, I
not
see.
selected.
We go back and reload, is it the plan?
Did you empty all your rockets?
I shot 2.
Dude, you should have, like... What? 19 per canister times 4 canisters? You should have a
Okay.
shit ton of rockets.
I'm used to like 2 on each wing in the Mosley.
No, dude, you got an absolute... I had enough rockets to sink that destroyer. You got a shit ton of rockets.
I refloated it, so I wonder what it was. Came on the server, I would restart it.
A-firm.
I said Rocket 74, that's 70. DCIP RKT 74, is that the...
Yeah, you have a lot.
Ms. Kai Ventos on tube said.
So you're shooting one at a time because you're not in salvo mode. So if you put it in salvo mode, it'll shoot one from each side.
Put it in this guy. Now, I think the prospect of making a jet pilot out of me is
Altitude. Altitude.
Now you're doing fine. You're maneuvering the airplane well. You can take off and land in it. Now we just got to get you up to speed on weapons.
In range now again. Feel like them apples.
Except most of them hit past the ship.
Did they?
Yeah, you were hit water.
Oh, yeah, I can see now. I need to be aiming lower.
They're going to just put the center of the dot right in the middle of the boat.
Altitude. Altitude.
Must be bingo. Yep,
Bingo or Winchester?
Winchester.
All right, now on your weapons
Ms. Kai
page on the
Ventos
top
on tube
right,
said,
it'll
nice
say
strap,
gun.
lol.
Thanks, mate.
Press that.
Sorry, say that again.
On the top right of your weapons page, it says gun. Push that. It should say RDY next to it now. Gun ready in the box. Cool. Now, same rules apply.
Ms. Kai Ventos
Same
on tube
exact
said even have the
way
boat a
you
bit
fired the
above because
rockets,
you're
but now you
tracking
can
your
shoot
own
shit with your
movement,
gun.
lol.
in air to ground mode.
Yeah, for that boat again.
Yeah, you're not going to hurt the boat with your 20 millimeter. It's not going to do shit. You can go after targets on the beach though.
Use my jet as a rocket then. Pushing the barrel.
It's much easier to shoot the guns in this and rockets than anything else, man.
Totally.
Ooh, that was no good. I hit trees.
You can have the boat a bit above because you're tracking. I mean, I feel like for this type of practice, this little island is actually well suited. Because you don't have to
I can
travel
agree with
far. You know. Imagine the trucks in the water are unshootable at this juncture, though.
They are.
Like this armored vehicle on the beach still. That was helpful. Though it didn't entirely suck on that.
We'll grab some more bombs. You can just respawn in a dynamic spawn if you want.
Sorry, I'm just truck on the beach.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop and rearm.
Is it?
No, I had to respawn because I hit the trees. But I'm going to rearm, and instead of rockets, I'm gonna carry. This is gonna be a shit ton of weight. I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna carry 2,000-pound bombs. Big motherfuckers. Can I get away with 4? Oh, I can. 4 Mark 84s. She's gonna be heavy as fuck.
Navy jet.
See if I can drop 4 2,000-pounders on that Moskva.
That should make it absolutely dope.
C-17 overhead. What the fuck do you mean unable to comply? It finished loading me and I taxied, and then it didn't finish loading me, and now my system doesn't have the right bombs on it. All right, let's rearm again. Unable to comply. Shut up.
I don't imagine you'd use these on the campaign. Because it's you have to get up and personal.
It depends. If there are target areas where you can get up and close and personal that aren't like covered in surface to air threats, then you can. So it entirely depends on the target area. But if you're not like totally up to speed on the targeting pod and all the shit that goes along with the targeting pod, and if you're gonna pass me, don't taxi slow like a little bitch. Come on, dog.
I could tell it off by the Microsoft.
You taxied past me, and then you stomped on your brakes like an old lady.
Oh, I drive.
You make sure you have
I am an old
data link on, please.
Yes.
So there might be stuff in the campaign. There might be stuff that you would feel comfortable dropping these kind of bombs on. Target areas where somebody else has already taken out the surface to air missiles. You might get shot at by some AAA, but that just makes it so fun and spicy.
Excuse me.
Oh, heavy airplane.
Well, This straight.
I'm fenced in and heading to the target. I shot down the IL.
The IL?
5-inch. Yeah, there's a Russian IL over here flying around.
Nice. You're quite low when you release the bomb.
Pretty low, yeah. It depends on the dive angle. The steeper the dive angle, the higher you're going to be able to drop. But yeah, I would say, yeah. The big thing is make sure you keep that bomb fall line on the boat, on the target. If it's a little off left or right, that's where the bomb will fall.
As in the boat.
The vertical line needs to be on the boat. And whenever, yeah, right now, my flight path vector right now is maybe 3 plane thicknesses above the ship, dropping to about 1. It's not like way off on the distance. It's pretty close. It's almost at the stern of the ship now. Four away.
Too far to see. Flash.
Although I only think 1 hit. Or 1 good hit anyways.
I can see the trajectory. So kind of almost use the island to line up with it. I mean, far side. South. Use that thin island to get its...
But I mean, you don't have to line up on the boat that way. You may be dropping on a tank or a truck. Whatever you need to do to make sure that the bomb fall line stays on target. And then keep that flight path vector just a hair above the target. But if you're diving on now, you're in a very shallow dive. Like I was twice as close as you when I dove in on it.
Yeah, no, I'm just doing a long sweep around because I'm gonna come up around the island and then approach from the same side you did.
I approached from the other side. I approached from the front of the boat, not the back, but it doesn't matter. You also don't want to come in low. You don't want to be like 1,000 feet off the water. You want to be, 7 to 10,000 feet up, so you have time to roll in and set your dive.
Well, I'm at 6.
Yeah, you need to be higher than that. You need to climb up to like 10. Give yourself time to dive because you're going to be doing like 450 knots by the time you get there in a dive. I said you want like a 20 to 30 degree dive angle, which is pretty fucking steep.
It is steep.
And if you're down low, you're not going to be able to get that dive angle and have time to aim at your target. You need to be like it looks like you're still way low.
Really? 6,000.
What's your degrees nose low? 10, 15?
Altitude. Altitude.
It's on your HUD.
It's 15.
It's on your HUD. Yeah, dude. So you need to be twice as steep as that. You can dive from that angle, but it's going to be less accurate. So just pop up, climb aggressively. You don't have to drive 20 miles away. You can do this from like 5 miles away from the target. You can be close.
Did that drop anything?
You shouldn't have dropped if you were on a crappy run. Like, if you're not in a good place to drop, don't drop the bomb.
No, I thought I did.
Yeah, you dropped one. Yeah, the best. You only have a few bombs, so the best way to practice is to withhold if it looks shitty. Reset and get a good drop.
14 should be ample.
Yeah, 14's plenty. Now don't just nose on the ship and come in shallow. Wait until you're kind of high over the top of it and get a nice dive in.
So what nose down angle did you say?
20 to 30 degrees. Any angle works, but 20 to 30 is nice and safe. Coming in at 10 or 15, you can still hit the target, but you're going to be shot at a little bit easier, and it's going to be a little less accurate. But dropping in at like 45 degrees or more, it might be hard to pull out for the dive.
This feels too close. Too high.
Nope. Hold that flight path vector just above the ship. Keep the bomb fall line on the ship. Dude, I'm higher and closer than you, and this is where I would dive from.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so used to the warbird.
The warbirds can dive attack as well.
Altitude. Altitude.
Actually not getting the... Oh, there's the X now. When it does that cross... I don't have to wait until that. I can release earlier to bring up the X across the screen.
Release when the X comes up to your target. It's a lot harder to do that if you're moving the nose up and down. That's why you kind of want to lock in on a dive.
Yeah, my approach.
You were really shallow.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm way, like, up high over the top of the boats. You're driving really far away. Or
Yeah.
that's fine. Drive far away. But like, wait till you get a hell of a lot closer. Here. I'm going to show you. Turn towards the mainland.
You're double mic'd apparently, Scott.
How am I? You might have to mute me on. I don't know how I'm double mic'd. If he's watching your stream, then it might be coming through double mic through the joint stream.
Got hit in the boat then. Right, so 12,000
All right,
feet.
don't attack yet.
Okay.
Don't drive right at the boat because you can't see it under your nose. So turn right a little bit. It's hard for me to tell. I was going to have you rejoin on me, but I messed that up. Give me a left-hand turn, 30 degrees of bank.
You're watching me, so. Suspension.
What's your speed, Doc?
463.
Tighten your turn up for me.
As in more or less.
More. Tighten it up means make the turn tighter, smaller circle. All right, roll out. Eight o'clock low. Okay. Come get close to me. I'm doing 400 knots. $380 now.
But
You don't have to be super close, just close enough to kind of see what I'm looking at. Do you see the boats? See how high above with them we are?
yep.
This is where I'm diving in from. Not from like 20 miles away. If you roll in on this dive with me, you'll see what I mean. It's very steep.
That's very
Now put your flight path vector just beyond the boat, and just hold it there. And whenever the cross comes up and touches the boat, you can release. And just hold your dive steady.
Altitude. Altitude.
I released, but it was, yeah. It's gonna just hit
Way
the tip.
early, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, nope, just a hair late. You were just barely beyond the boat. Now go kill it with rockets. You've got 70-something of them.
Okay, so 31S.
61S.
There's going to be no boats left. But Jimmy said he's just finished work. He'll be back.
Altitude. Altitude.
Yeah, I probably won't still be here when that happens.
Kings.
Oh, slightly low, slightly low.
We really do need to aim for the middle of it now.
Maybe like the top of the deck. Not the middle of the boat, because you're going to hit the water line. Aim for like the top of the deck or the bottom of the superstructure. I hear you, Jimmy.
Well, that
Those
did
were good
some damage,
hits.
Yeah.
Now, do that same thing, but this time Empty the tubes.
We might actually kill this boat.
If you,
Did you see
if
what
you
Jimmy
feel like
wrote?
if you feel like, yeah, I saw it. If you feel like you've got the aiming down now, minimize your exposure on target. And
Might do it from a distance.
no, I'd wait till I'm closer because they're more accurate. But once you're close enough, just smash that button a million times.
It's too far.
Smash it, smash it, smash it.
90. Oof. Burn, baby, burn. They're all over the shop. The prior run was better.
All right, I'm gonna reslot one more time and come in with bombs again.
That's pretty cool, though. That's fun.
Yeah, so you don't have to do all this high tech stuff. You can come in and just destroy shit with.
Point and shoot.
And you can do this in the campaign. You just need to make sure you're doing it on a target where somebody else is kind of taking care of the surface to air threats. I said there may be some AAA that might shoot at you, but that's always fun. Might be low enough that somebody shoots at you with a shoulder-fired rocket launcher.
Altitude. Altitude. Roll left. Roll left.
Oh, I'm
Pull up. Pull up.
Yeah, like Jimmy said, supply convoys are a really prime target for this kind of attack.
yeah, nice and squishy too.
I mean, it's fun to learn to do Mavericks and JDAMs and targeting pod stuff, but if you're like still learning that and not confident in it, it's just easy to go old school, throw rockets and bombs,
Yeah.
unguided bombs on here, and just go and go rain down some hate old-fashioned way. Let me see if I can fix this double mic. I shouldn't be. No, I have it muted. I don't know why it's doing double mic.
Best.
I can hear you.
Best up.
Ooh. Slippery. Slippery.
That should have fixed it.
Runway.
This is a test message.